In this video, I'm going to show you how you can build an invoice reminder system that will automatically call your customers with overdue invoices. Different businesses will easily pay you money for this system because it saves them so much time and money. Also, at the end of each conversation, you can have a full summary of that, which is very useful to track the performance of this system. Without further ado, let's get into it. In the first step, make sure to join my school community, link in the video description. Go to the classroom section and build AI voice agents. In here, send invoice reminder calls. I've uploaded all the prompts and workflows in here, which makes your job much easier. First, download invoice reminder workflow. This is our main workflow. Back to n8n, click on create workflow. If you don't know how to set up n8n, I've already recorded a video about this. You can watch that video. From here, import from file, and I just uploaded the workflow. Uh, in the first node, we have a trigger. Basically, every day at 9 a.m., this workflow will trigger, it will start. You can change this based on your business. For example, you can set this at 7 days every week. You trigger this workflow every hour. It really depends on you. In the second node, we have to set up some, configurations. First, overdue threshold days. For example, in here we have 7 days. Let's say this person should pay, the invoice 8 days ago, and right now, since it passed 7 days, we're going to call that person. But if, for example, only 6 days passed, it wouldn't call that person. This really depends on you. You can even set this at, for example, 1 day. 1 day after the due date, it will call the person, the customer. We have Vapi assistant ID. I'm going to show you how you can find this ID. We have Vapi phone number ID. I'm going to show you how you can find this as well. And max call per day. This is really depends on you. You can increase or decrease this, but I think 50 is a normal number for medium businesses. Now, in here, we have to pull all the data related to the invoices. Most businesses usually use zero accounting software. And the good thing about n8n is we already have a node for zero. But for the simplicity of this video, I've added everything on a Google Sheet. But the process is exactly the same as zero platform. So if your company, your business use zero software, you can replace this to this Google Sheet in here. The process is exactly the same. Now, in here, first make sure to set up your Google credentials. If you don't know how to do this, make sure to watch my video. I've already showed you how you can set this up. Let me back to my school community. I've already provided for you the templates for invoices and call logs. Let me actually open these. Let me back here, open this in this section. This is basically our template. We have invoice ID, client's name, phone number, amount, sent date, due date, status, and after we call them, we're going to update these two sections: last call date and also the number of times that we called the person. For example, sometimes our AI agent could call them, 3 times, four times during the week. We should have a track record of this to know if this person really wants to pay or not. But this is how the invoices usually look like. um, I'm going to put my real number later in this video in this section, but for now this is a fake number because I don't want to expose my real number. Now, all you have to do is to create a similar Google Sheet to this one. You can change some fields as well if you want, and paste the link in here. This should be by URL, paste the link, and make sure from the list you selected sheet 1 because we only have one sheet in here. There is no need to change anything in here because we only want to get the rows in our Google Sheet. Now, in here we have a code. This code is quite simple. I actually use Cloud to write this code, and what it does is actually gets all the data, all the information on our Google Sheet, and it calculates the number of days that already passed from the due date. And if it's 7 days or above that, it's eligible for the call. We can see in here we have basically a switch node. If we have something, we have an input, basically a customer that the overdue is more than 7 days or 7 days. This go to throw the true section, this section, and if it's false, we have this summary in here, which I'm going to show you. But let's say in our example, this is actually more than 7 days. So we're going to call this person. It will go from the true, section. In here, we're using an HTTP node request to call Vapi. Basically, Vapi will call our phone number. This is very important. You shouldn't change this. The link URL should be exactly the same. For the authentication, we use predefined credential type. Credential type should be header off. But for header off, you have to add your own credentials. How you can do this? Just click on create a new credential. In here, for the name, you have to write authorization. Authorization. This authorization should be with Z, not S. And for the value, write, let me set this at expression. In here, write bear, and you have to paste your Vapi private key in here. Let me open Vapi. First, we have to create an AI voice agent. Let me show you how you can do that. On the assistant section, click on create assistant. We want a black template. Let's name it auto reminder. And now after creating the assistant, we have to go to the API keys section. Click on add key. Let's name it auto reminder. Auto reminder. You don't have to set anything in here, but for the assistant, make sure to select your auto reminder agent. And yeah, you can check this. Click on create private token and just copy the private key. Now back to n8n. After the bear, we have one space, and now paste the link. Click on save, and now we're good to go. Okay, we've already set up our credentials. Now, in here, send headers using fields below. You can remove this part, headers parameters, because we've already added our name and basically information. We don't need that. For send body, this is a very important section. We have assistant ID. Back to your Vapi, click on assistant. We created this assistant. This is the ID. Just copy this in this section, paste the ID. Also phone number ID. I've already showed you how you can set up a Twilio number inside Vapi. If you don't know how to set it up, make sure to watch my video. After setting up, you can see the number in here. And now all I have to do is to copy this basically, ID. But here's the important thing. Make sure to scroll down. For the inbound, select your agent. It was auto reminder. And for outbound, also select your agent, auto reminder. Now click on save. When you set, the agents, it will change this ID. So I have to copy this again. Back to n8n, and for the phone number ID, paste the ID in here. We don't have to change anything in this section because, uh, yeah, we've already get the number, name, from our Google Sheet, invoices, Google Sheet. We have all these informations as well. We're going to pass all the informations like invoice ID, client's name, amount, send date, all of these to our AI voice agents. In this way, when our agent talk to the customer, the agent is aware of everything, all the information. No need to change anything else in here. Let's back. After this, we have prepare call log. In this section, you don't have to change anything. Just keep everything the same as here because these are some dynamic parameters that we've already received from the previous nodes. And after all of these, we're going to log all of these to another Google Sheet. You can actually add another sheet on our invoices, but I actually created a new one. You can find the template on my school community. This is the call log Google Sheet. Just copy this link. You can create the same thing in here. And basically in here, we have the timestamp. This is not necessary, but basically we want to know when exactly we called the customer. Invoice ID, customer phone number, Vapi call ID. This is not necessary. Status, and days of overdue, and in here we want to have a summary of the conversation with the customer. So just copy this link. You actually have to create your own Google Sheet, and in here we want to append row. Paste the link in this section for the sheet. Make sure to select sheet, and you don't have to change anything in here. Just keep everything the same. For the summary, I don't want to add the summary right now. Basically, I'm going to use another workflow for the summary section. So let's remove these. And yeah, you don't have to change anything in here. And at the end, after we log everything to our call sheet, we also have to update our invoice sheet because we have to add the last call date, also the number of calls. So if we called, we've never called the customer, after calling, this should show as 1. If we called the customer once, this should show 2 for the second call. This is actually important. Yeah, actually, everything is ready to go. Also, for the summary section, there's no need to change anything in here. Everything works well. We have, the dates, the format of the dates. If the call was successful, we use Vapi call for this. Everything works well in here. Let's back to our Vapi and let's build our voice agent. We've already created one, but this is not complete. I'm using OpenAI. If you're looking for a cheap model, I suggest to use GPT 4.1 mini. But if you want a better model, GPT 4.1, in my opinion, is the best for the voice agents. However, I prefer a cheaper model, so let's go for GPT 4.1 mini. And I want to, assistant speaks first. Let me remove first message and let's remove the system prompt. Let's back to my school community. In here, this is our Vapi prompt. Let me download this document. This is actually the, everything we need. Let's copy the prompt back to Vapi and paste everything in this section. Um, yeah, this looks well. Just for the starter, let me find the starter. Hi, this is this the customer name? Let me copy this. I don't have to write it in here because I've already set this on my system prompt, but to make sure agents understand this, I'm going to add it in here. We actually collect the customer's data, customer's name from our Google Sheet, invoice sheet. And since we know the name, when we call the person, the customer, we're going to call them with their own name. This is the right format to use. Hi, is this, for example, Muhammad? And if the person says yes, we're going to, explain, they had their overdue already passed, and we're going to ask them to make the payment. And as you can see, this agent has, access to basically every information we need, like customer name, invoice number, invoice amount, days overdue, due date, everything you need. You can change this based on your business. Now, in the next step, I want to get a summary of the conversation and save them on our Google Sheet. Again, open the school community. There's a workflow in here, called summary workflow. Just download this. Let's back to n8n. Let me open a new workflow. Click on create workflow. And now let's import it. Make sure to turn this workflow to active and click on got it. Webhook should be post immediately and go to the production URL and just copy this link. Back to Vapi, scroll down and find the messaging section. In here for the server URL, just paste this, and also make sure for server messages, deselect all of these and only select, let me find it, and end of call report. This is the only thing that you need. Let's click on publish, next, and publish. I want to get a summary. Let's scroll up. In here, we have a summary section. Just enable this. We actually need a prompt in here. You can write exactly the same thing as here. You're an expert, note taker. Just summarize it in 2 or 3 sentences. Let me back to my previous workflow to actually copy this. Let me copy this and paste it in here. You can keep it simple or you can play around with it. I personally prefer to use the structure output, but I don't want to make it complicated, so this should be enough. We need a summary in only 1 or 3 clear sentences. That's it. Click on publish, next, and publish. Let me see if everything's saved on the messaging section. Yeah, we have server URL, and this is great. Now, on our workflow, in here, this is the call summary. We have a webhook, and also we have to append row, or you can change this to update row. In here, you have to paste the summaries, the basically call log Google Sheet. Just copy the link in here, paste it in this section. We only have one sheet, just select that, but we only need the summary section. So don't add all the others. We only want to add into the summary column. And this is the thing that you should add. json.body.message.analysis.summary. Now we're good to go and we can actually test our workflow. Normally, you have to make this active and wait, for example, for, because we have 9 a.m. You have to wait until 9 a.m. to trigger this workflow. But since I want to show you how this works, I'm going to keep this at inactive and I can execute this manually. Let's actually test it out. Let's execute the workflow. I actually updated the Google Sheet with my real phone number and you can see it's calling me. Look at here. Let's answer.
Hi, is this Mohammed?
Yes, I'm Mohammed.
Great. This is Alex calling from Globe Dental Clinic. How are you doing today? I have you down for just a quick call. Do you have a minute to chat?
Yeah, sure. I have time.
Thanks. I'm calling about invoice number INV-1 for $1,500. According to our records, this invoice was due on December 27, 2025, which was about 18 days ago. I wanted to reach out and see what's happening with this payment. First, did you receive this invoice?
Yeah, actually, I received the invoice, but to be honest, the reason I didn't pay for this was I totally forgot it. Thanks for reminding me. I would do it as soon as possible.
I completely understand things get busy. Would you be able to process that payment today, or do you need a day or two?
Yeah, actually, I can do it online today, so that's totally fine.
That's great to hear. Just to confirm, you'll be paying the full amount of $1,500 today online. Is that correct?
Yes, that's
And do you
correct.
need me to? Perfect. Just so you know, you can pay online on our website
Yeah,
using a credit or.
yeah, I know. Thank you so much. Have a good day. And thanks for reminding me. As you can see, I don't think people can even realize this wasn't a real receptionist, it was AI. And if I go to the call log section, you can see all the details in here, and here's the summary. Alex from Glow Dental Clinic called Mohammed regarding an overdue invoice, which was due to December 27th. Mohammed admitted to forgot to pay it and confirmed he would process the full payment online today. This is the thing that businesses needs. We have a summary, we have an auto reminder which works perfect. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. Cheers.